Yo, 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 it is NWO bringing you a special part 1 of 23 days on the 23rd day until Madden. This is part 1. Just don't worry about it. I'll explain it in just a minute. In fact, I'm going to explain it right now. What we got going on, I cannot show you the thing I'm gonna surprise y'all with on count when we hit 14 days till Madden 24. So I need to update y'all on a few things that are happening tomorrow in pre-orders for Madden 24 pre-orders. So let's go ahead and get that started. Lower the crowd and announcer volume so I can give you this information. And I'm going to put the normal back to normal for the announcers for the rest of the game. What we got happening is tomorrow is the last day to pre-order and get the AKA players from the Ultimate Edition of Madden 24. How you do that is go through your game of either Madden 21 through 23 and set it up. Purchase the game through those apps. Now it's $90 this year, 10% off no matter what you think. It's going to be $90 plus tax, depending on your region. Is that a good deal? Yes, it is, because you get 4,600 points, which is about $30. You get the AKA players for the game coming out. I pick a 2 AKA players, 1 AKA player through 2 people. Personally, I'm going to pick Sauce. I don't know who the other one is. But, then, you've got, that is the last of that, to do that, to get an AKA player. You get 3 days early access. Tomorrow's last day to do the AKA player. You get 3 days early access. Oh, and if you're an EA Play member, you get EA 10-hour trial. I recommend becoming an EA player, player, member, whatever you want to call it. Because what you get out of that is 10% off everything. That is points and everything you buy through EA. You get game trials. You get games. So yes, $30 a year is not much. It's usually $5 a month. So you're getting half a year free. So, that's what I got to update y'all about today in part 1. Saturday the 22nd is the last day to do the AKA pre-order through your game, whatever console you're doing it on. Now back to the game. I am about to put the volume to the announcers back on. So I am going to sit back, play this game for you, and I want y'all to enjoy. If you like what you see, or like the message I've given you today, hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. NWO's the back at
Come the Eagles for their second drive. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, The quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Brown now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And taken at the 46. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Let's go.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got... And now the rookie's free. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ready.
Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Brown throwing on 3rd and long. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Throwing on 1st down. Brown. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to begin quarter number 2. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run again with Jackson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it is 28-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, 31 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Brown. He's going to air one out. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it is 42-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now. Because now Brown, oh, he lost the football, and the defense has come up with it. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf.
Touchdown! A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Chase Young, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That's taken on his own 46. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Alright guys, I'm back for the halftime part of this game. I was just going to remind you, Saturday, 22nd of July, final day to pre-order and for the consoles and the game, whatever system you're working on, to get the deluxe edition with the AKA players. If you don't want the AKA players, then you can pre-order anytime. I will be back next week, sometime next week, with which do I prefer or which one you should order. I will be back. This will be NWO signing off after the game. I will not be back at the end of the game. So once the final whistle blows, goodbye.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Levis out of the shotgun now. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great effort there. 68 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Now Brown throwing on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They run on first down with Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Call that a gain of 11. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Now Brown, he lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Brown, he lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Brown. And my goodness, another interception. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made by Ole Miss's Marquise Haynes. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing.
And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, There have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but now Brown, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Gibbs. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. He continues to be a major factor carrying the football here into the fourth quarter, Charles.
Another big gain on the ground. Big guys working strong up front. A lot of them not just taking care of business at the line of scrimmage, but getting into the linebacker spots and taking care of the...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver. And my goodness, another interception. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope.